I remember during my childhood times when me and my friends we used to go out for playing cricket or for that matter any other sport. I used to live in an area which is a kind of county place, meaning that there are a couple of farmlands around my home and they used to act as an ideal place for us to play those games. The reason being, during most of the times of the year, these places used to remain unattended, except for some 4 to 5 months of the year during which the rice cultivation used to happen there, and mostly it was in monsoon. So, as it was unattended for so long time, there used to grow many plants, many jungly plants on these fields, and some of them even had thorns on them. And as usual, the way the kids are careless, sometimes I used to go out without my slippers or without my shoes on. And when I used to get back to home, bottom of my foot used to pain a lot because some of those thorns used to get stuck in my bottom part of my leg. So you will say that Shivam, it is not a big deal. We all know that pointed things hurt. Our ancestors have been using this technique to hunt, to protect themselves from dangerous animals. So it is hardwired in our DNA. Yeah, you're correct. We all know that pointed things hurt. But have you ever asked this question that why it hurts? Well, this is the question which is not very much pondered upon. It has to do something with pressure. Now, with the evolution of modern English language, this term pressure is used in many different contexts. For example, if you are a working professional and the boss is behind you, that is a kind of pressure. You are single, you are going on a first date, that is a kind of pressure. But I'm not talking about that kind of pressure. I'm talking about a pressure which science defines. And it is very simple to understand. Let's take a simple demonstration. Consider this book. Now what I'll do is that I'll keep one more book about this book. So the pressure acting on this below book will be the weight of this book, the force applied by this book, which is nothing but the weight of this book, divided by the surface area on which the force is acted. And how will you get the surface area? Well, this is a perfectly rectangular shape. Just measure this two dimension and you will get area. Divide these two values, you will get the pressure. So what is pressure? Pressure is a force acting per unit area. If you're expressing area in centimeter square, so on each centimeter square, on 1 centimeter square, how much force is acting? That is what is pressure. Now I'll bring a little bit twist here. What I'll do that instead of keeping book like this, now I'll keep this book like this. Now what will be the pressure? Well, as the formula says, it is force divided by area. What is force? The weight of this book. It will remain unchanged. What is changing then? Exactly. The area on which the force is acting, that is changing. Now instead of acting on whole book this time, it is only acting on this much of surface area with which this book is in contact with this one. So what are you doing? You are keeping the numerator constant, you are keeping the force constant because the weight of this book, the above book will remain constant, but you are changing the area. Now you are applying that same amount of force on less area. And what you're doing exactly? Yes, you're raising the pressure. And this is the key to understand why pointed things behave the way they behave. Because pointed things has the ability to apply all the energy at a single point. That's why they are so powerful. That's why if they are hit on any surface, they can pierce into them. Provided that the material with which the pointed things are made, it is harder than the surface on which it is hit. The analogy of this concept will be, for example, if you have a piece of paper and it's a sunny day outside, and if you throw it, does that paper burn due to the sunlight? No, it doesn't, right? But if I have a lens and if I on a sunny day, if I take that piece of paper out and if I focus the light, the sunlight on that paper, what will happen? The paper will burn, right? It's a very popular science experiment. That is what the pointed things exactly does. It focuses all its energy at a single point. And that's why they are very harmful. And if you know how to use them properly, they can be useful too. That's what our ancestors did. So from next time, if you see pointed things, don't get scared by them. Because remember, you can use them for your benefit if you know the science behind them. Thank you.